Alaikum Ramadan Challenge Day 26. Today our words are Athar, Ajal, Muttafikat, Awab, and Mabthutha. The first word, Athar, is plural for Athar. Athar means remnants, traces, remains. So if somebody's walking on the road, right, or on grass or something, and you can see the traces of their footsteps, right? That is athar, okay, or walking on sand or something, you can see the footprints, right, or a cow or whatever, right? That's remnants, okay. What is left behind? What remains, right? And what remains of the people, right, when they have died, as well as the athar as well, right? And usually it's in the form of what their actions, what they've done, right? And it's in a sense, it's all a story. It's khabar. It's information about them, right? So a certain generation of people have passed. Whatever's left of them is their khabar, is their athar, the information that's left about them, the story about them, what they've done, what they've not done, whatever. That's their athar. That's the athar. Okay. So from that, in the Quran you have atharahum, right? And this is their khabar, their information that's left behind. Also, you also have bal tu'thirun al hayat dunya. Now, tu'thir, athar means to favor, right? To favor, in this case, to favor al hayat dunya, the life of this world, right? And the connection between those two is that when you favor something, you make it have an impact. Make it have an impact as opposed to something else, right? So athara or athara, both mean to leave traces, right? Or to cause to have traces, right? To cause to have an impact, right? So you prefer that thing, right? So you prefer the life of the dunya to the world, right? So atharahum. بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا. The next word is ajal. Now, ajal means a fixed time, right? Maybe you owe a debt, right? And you have a time for it before it's due, right? That's the ajal, okay? Or your life, right? Your life is set. Well, we don't know it, but our lives are all set. There's a prescribed time for it. That's an ajal as well. Ila ajalin musamma, right? Prescribed time, right? You also have ajala, right? And that is to ordain a time for something, right? And the word and the origin of that really means to delay. Ajala means to delay, right? To delay something, right? Right. So ajal is the fixed amount of time that is delayed, right? The next word is muttafikat. Muttafikat comes from ufuk. Now, ufuk means a lie, ifk, right? Ifk means a lie, right? It's kidhb, right? So, yeah, fikun, right? So when you say afaka yafiku means he lies, he's lying, right? And then from that you have muttafikat. Muttafikat comes from ittafaka, ittafaka, ittafaka. In this case, it's funny that the alif and the hamza and the ta did not join like ittihad, right? But is muttafaka. Muttafikat is referring in the Quran, is referring to the people of Lut, okay? Because the land was flipped upon them. It went against them. And when you lie, what do you do? You go against what is true, right? So you flip on it, you turn on it, right? So literally the land flipped upon them, right? And flipped their reality upside down, right? And when you lie, that's what you do. You switch reality. You make it something else. You make it seem like it's something else, right? You flip the truth and make it and make the lie kind of lie upon it, right? So mutafikat are those people that their lies, so to speak, kind of the truth kind of flipped upon them, or the lies kind of flipped upon them, right? That's the people of Lot in English, right? And then the next word is awab. Awab, when describing Ibrahim alayhi salam in the Quran, we're talking about somebody that constantly returns, right? In this case, constantly returning to God, to the divine, which is somebody that's repentful, always coming back, right? Never forgetting where he's supposed to be at, right? So awab comes from ab. Ab yaub. Aba yaub. Fawa ab. Right? Awab, which would be the constantly returning, right? Or and then from that you have inna ilayna iyabahum thumma ilayna hisabahum thumma inna alayna hisabahum. Right? Iyabahum is their return. Iyab is the return. Iyab or iyab, with the shidda or without the shidda. Right? So iyab means return. Right? You can also say like return physically, like returning, right, on a trip, right? Dhahab wa iyab, right? It's the same thing. So iyab is return, right? So Ibrahim was always coming back to his Lord, right? And the last word is mabthutha. Mabthutha, right? Batha, batha yabuthu means to spread out, right? To spread out. So when you say mabthutha, it's something that has been spread out. وَنَمَارِكُ مَصْفُوفَةٌ وَزَرَابِيُّ مَبْثُوثَةٌ وَزَرَابِيُّ مَبْثُوثَةٌ. Right? Spread out. Right? Spread out all over the place. So that's that. And you also use that betha, right? Betha for nowadays we use the betha for like a channel, right? The waves have been send out, right? So right, a bethel mubashir, right? Live broadcast, right? So it's a broadcast when they spread the waves out.